Okay, I thought I'd give my comments about the fight between Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington. Not the fight, actually the jail sentence. I'll give my views, okay, and you can tell me whether what I'm saying is right or wrong. Now, right off the bat, let me tell you, I'm of the opinion that Jorge Masvidal is wrong, and I'll tell you why, okay? And you can tell me where I'm wrong. I'll give my logical reasons. Now, for those of you who are not aware of the story, there are these two fighters, Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal. They were best of friends, and then eventually they had a fallout. And when you are in a competitive game like fighting, you have a very short shelf life, okay? And if you both are rising up the ranks, eventually you both will collide, because why are you fighting? Why are you taking blows? Why are you hitting others? Because you want to make money. You're a prize fighter, and that's what prize fighters do. So Colby Covington, early on, he realized if he does not manage to get pay-per-view buys or doesn't manage to create excitement, the organization will cut him off, because they don't want boring fighters. End of the day, UFC is a business. Okay, it doesn't care if you want to fight or not. Can it make money out of you? So Colby Covington decided to take the persona of being a heel, means being a bad guy. Like you see WWE, there are bad guys who come out and they show they're arrogant or they are evil. So he decided to take the persona of being evil. Now in real life, Colby Covington is a very nice guy, and this has been documented on YouTube. He's putting on a facade. That is why even with Usman, who is the champion in his division, before the fight he was abusing his family, calling his father. His father was jailed, so he's saying, yeah, your father should be jailed and this and that. And however, after the fight, he shakes Usman's hand and says, I did it for the fight, promoting the fight. And Usman understood. He was like, it's cool, man, because, no matter how much you hate a guy, after you've fought with him, the adrenaline, the hatred just dies off, and you respect the guy who you fought with. So Colby Covington has taken this evil persona. Jorge Masvidal, on the other hand, is a typical gangster type guy. He'll fight you anywhere. He doesn't need the money also. He doesn't care. And he has been born and raised on the streets. Tough guy. He even fought for free many times in his life early on. And today his star is shining and he gets good money. So in order to promote this fight, Colby Covington started insulting this guy's family and, a lot of low blows. He was insulting his wife, he was insulting his kid. Like, stuff like, oh, your wife, she knows you're a bad father, or your wife left you, or your children know, they are bringing it's terrible. I don't know exactly what he was saying, but he was giving him a lot of low blows. So the fight got built up and the anger was high and emotions were high, and everyone wanted to see what would happen in the fight. Okay. The pre-fight, they thought Jorge Masvidal was great at boxing, stand-up, and Colby Covington was great at wrestling, because he was a guy who knew wrestling for many years. Okay, you can correct me if I'm wrong with the facts. So when the fight took place, exactly as predicted, 5 rounds of 5 minutes each. In the 25 minutes, they did their best to overtake each other, but the clear winner was Colby Covington, the bad guy. He was a clear winner. And he was able to dominate and control this guy everywhere. And in the last 2 rounds, he completely overtook him, to the point where Jorge Masvidal was huffing and puffing and tired. And as usual, Colby Covington, after winning, he kept the act alive. He said, he's a loser and I beat him, and he was making fun of him in the press conference. In fact, he makes fun of other people. There was a guy who was fat from Yahoo. He was saying, hey fatty, give me 10 push-ups. Give me 10 push-ups before you ask me a question. Okay. Now, Kobe, if you even check his Instagram, he has a lot of these photographs and videos where he shows girls' bums and they're wriggling that. And he shows girls who are skimpy dressed and their boobs and they're wriggling it. And he promotes other sponsors and all that. Okay. But in real life, if you actually check these other videos, or you can even check his interview with Candace Owens, he's a very genuine guy. He's a very nice guy. You have to listen to him talk. He's a very intelligent person. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to justify his strategy as good. Okay, it is effective, although questionable. Okay, it is effective but questionable. Now, Colby Covington is very clear. He's not there to make friends. He's not there to get popular. He's there to make money. And I agree with him on this. See, you might love a fighter, okay? But after the fighter retires, you will ignore the person and give a fuck about them. How many fighters have had cancer or tumor or unable to walk or their hip replacement surgery? Have you contributed any money to your favorite fighter? I doubt. I doubt there are far and few. If you're one of them who has contributed every month or something, you're a rare one. But most of the people, they are fan worship is limited to watching a pay-per-view and getting entertained. So Kobe is very level-headed on this. He knows as long as he's popular or known, he will make money. And as long as he's notorious, people will want to see him getting bashed up. Okay, either way, he'll make money. Now, after he won the fight, okay, he continued barraging this guy and insulting this guy. But then he did something that no fighter would do. And that was on Twitter and on his social media feed. He kept posting this guy's photograph of getting beaten up. And he kept taunting him and kept making fun of him again and again and again. And he wouldn't stop. Okay, maybe because the views or the engagement on those photographs was high. And then he continued insulting his ex-wife and his children. He has not said something like, I wish your children get harmed or something. But, he's insulting the family. Fine. So now, obviously, Jorge Masvidal kept going. Everyone, even Dana White, the president, said, I don't approve of this. But it's a fight business. It's not a I love you business. It's not, friends and, all that stuff. You're here to fight and get hit. So now when Kobe went with his friends to a steakhouse, he uploaded this on social media and he was talking about it. There's a usual social media feed. And I think Jorge Masvidal found out. And then what he did is, along with 4 other people, he came to the steakhouse. Maybe he was waiting outside. TMZ reported this. And as this guy is coming out, with a mask and a hood, he came and he whacked this guy from behind. He gave a sneak attack. And, 2-3 punches. But Kobe managed to escape and he ended up with a broken tooth and a few bruises and scratches, and his Rolex maybe got damaged. Okay. And because of this, Kobe called the police and this guy got arrested. Okay. So now the question comes, what he did, was it right or wrong? Now, when you look at it from a point of view of self-respect and honor, what he did was right. It's not good that someone insults your family. Look, I'm not endorsing insult your mother, father, child, family. Even I don't do that. And yes, you are aware, I'm aware that he is trying to put on an act. But there are certain lines he should not cross. I totally agree with you. I'm not denying it. But now where George is wrong, Jorge Masvidal, he took the law in his own hands, which you should not. You can file a police case, you can have a court disorder. You should not do that. You should go about legally. Now, for those of you who support what Jorge Masvidal did, here's a simple question. Let's say Jorge Masvidal is macho man. Anyone insults his family, he'll give them back. Let's say he's surrounded by 10 guys with machetes and guns and knives. 20 guys. They surround his family. And these guys are insulting his wife and kid. Very bad words. Do you think he's going to jump on them and hit them because they insulted his wife? He can get shot, right? They can chop off his fingers, right? You'll say, okay, okay, fine, sorry. He'll keep quiet. Why? What happened to his bravery there? You'll say common sense. Then why can't he use common sense there? Okay, now second one is, he gave him a hit, a sock. What if he took a knife? What if he took a gun? Okay, we were able to identify who the person is because we found out. Let's say he had a hood and you couldn't recognize who, and he stabbed him. Then, you'll say, oh, Loy, he went and hit him with his fist. Okay, what if he hit him and he ended up falling on a pavement or getting a blood clot and he died? Then, tell me then, oh no, Loy, that would not happen. How do you know that would not happen? This has happened in Dubai. This has happened with people, you know, in Dubai, a Filipino and Indian, they were supposed to park in one place. The Filipino came, he was waiting, but this Indian zoomed inside. Filipino came out and what the fuck and all that and gave one sock. That guy got a blood clot and died. Both are family people. This can happen, man. And the biggest point, he had 25 minutes in the cage. 25 minutes to do whatever he wanted. He failed. So he's not good enough of a fighter. Now, sneaking up from behind, sneaking and bringing 4 guys to beat one person, is that brave? What are you talking, man? That's called being a fucking coward. I totally agree that Colby Covington, what he's doing is a low blow. Fine. But what Jorge Masvidal did, taking the law in his hands, sneaking up from behind, he didn't even face him. He did it from behind. What bravery is that? See, now the sad fact of the whole matter is, now they'll have a legal matter on this. George, he has a company to run. He'll not be approved of the fight. He'll be delayed. Sponsors may withdraw. He might be given jail time or community service. He'll have a jail record. He'll be given fine. Colby has won. He did not lose. Overall, Colby played it smart. He provoked the guy reacted. Look, bravado and being macho and all that is fine. I agree. You need to have that. You'll say, Loy, what if someone insults your wife and your kid? I'll play smart. Those are words. What do you want me to do? Take a gun, shoot the guy? Or hit the guy, then the guy will bring 20 guys and break my arm and leg in the night? Or take a car and run me over? Come on, man. There are so many people. In fact, let me ask you one last question. Let's say one person says bad words. He goes and hits him. 2 people say bad words. He hits both of them. Suppose every day one keeps insulting his wife and kid. Every single day. And one day is surrounded by 200 men. Where do you stop? If you show you're reactive, more people will do it. How many people insult my wife, me, my kid? They do it. You can check the comments. Some people have even sexualized my small little baby girl. Come on, man. Fine, you will say a lot of things because you're behind the keyboard and... See, people say... Now, for example, Cain. Someone molested his little girl. Many people say, I'll kill the man and all that. He literally drove the truck and hit the guy and shot. Now he's jailed. His career is over. He's in jail. Even though what he did was the right thing. But where he did it wrong is he took law in his hands. And now the good man is in jail. The bad man is outside. See, play the game by the rules of the game. And play smart and you'll win. Being macho and not using your bloody brains is a recipe for disaster, man. Come on. You need to play it smart. You know, live to fight another day. George could have done so many other things, maybe smart things. Instead, he chose this. I really, you know, in a way I feel bad for the guy, but see, I don't care about whether Colby or George or whatever wins or makes money. It doesn't impact me or benefit me. But, like I say, no, you need to call a spade a spade. He took the law in his hands. See, Cain is one of my favorite fighters. He's in jail. Even though he did something noble, someone molested his kid. He had all the right. But in the eyes of the law, it's wrong. Simda is a good man. He's in jail. Who suffers? The pedophile is free. Anyway, you let me know. What are your thoughts? These are mine. Okay? Put your comments and thoughts down below. I genuinely wish the George gets a slap on his wrist and is told to stop, and warning is given to Colby. That's what I wish, genuinely. But now, given the fact that it's gone to the court and he is playing the person of a bad guy, I don't think he's going to keep quiet. Can't take the law in your hands, man. You do it anywhere in the world. You might have done it for the noble reason. You break the law, you pay the price. That's all I want to say. Let me know your thoughts. It's me signing off. Guys, take care.